Hi you guys! So today's video is a little different because today I'm going to be talking all about veganism. Today is May 1st, which officially marks 1 year of me being vegan, which is so mind-blowing. I can't believe it's been a whole year. So I'm just going to be talking about like my 1 year vegan transformation, you know, things I've noticed, changes in my body, and stuff like that, why I initially went vegan. If you guys are new here, don't forget to subscribe, like, leave a comment down below, and yeah, we're just gonna hop right into the video. First, I want to talk about the reasons I initially went vegan. I went vegan a year ago today, and before I officially went vegan, I was eating gradually more plant-based. I had been pescatarian for 2 years, and then I had finally finished watching the documentary EARTHLINGS because I never finished it the full way through, and that really inspired me to see the effects veganism not only had on the environment but to the animals themselves and all the torture they went through. It really resonated with me. Along with that, I found the vegan community on YouTube and started watching people like Stella or Mrs. and Mrs. Vegan and people like that, and just really educating myself on not only like the effects the food was having on my body but on the environment as well. And like as a whole, it just completely opened my mind. I've always been a pretty big environmentalist. My friends would call me a tree hugger and stuff like that, but I just never really understood like the effects that it was having on the planet itself. Of course I knew it was harmful to the animals because, you know, they're byproducts of animals, but I never really got the full picture until I decided to look into it. And honestly, just like knowledge is such power, and like knowing what I know now, I wish I would have known it sooner so I could have gone vegan sooner, honestly. And so yeah, that's just why I went vegan. And you know, of course there were perks to it, like looking into it, like, oh, like your skin would possibly clear up and you'd possibly lose some weight. It's like, you know, all of those things are attractive. It's like, oh yeah, like why not, you know, try it out. But like also seeing the bigger picture and the effects it would have on the environment, that was my main reason for going vegan. So changes I've seen in my body so far, a lot has definitely changed. I did lose some weight when I went vegan. I also lost some weight when I initially went pescatarian. I lost a little bit of weight, and when I went vegan I lost even more. That's just because dairy byproducts are something that hold a lot of fat, like mayonnaise, cheese, all of that stuff contains a lot of fat and just a lot of calories in general. So like cutting stuff like that out definitely made me lose some weight. Along with that, my skin cleared up so much. Well, there was a point where my skin was pretty bad, but when I did go vegan, I remember so many people telling me like, Jordan, you look like you're glowing, or your skin just looks clearer and stuff like that. And so that was something that I noticed like right off the bat. That was probably one of the first changes I noticed. My digestion got a lot better. Not to be like, I mean, we're talking about veganism here. I started pooping more. I would poop like more than once a day, which I felt like that was healthier. Like everything, my digestion and my metabolism just quickened, like everything got faster. When I first went vegan and I was like still learning the ropes and stuff like that, if I were to accidentally eat something that wasn't vegan, like mentally that was kind of like hard, but like I would feel it in my digestion more. It'd be like, whoa, this is not supposed to be here, and like my stomach would hurt. And so like your body honestly like just stops getting used to that stuff. Like if I were to eat something like non-vegan right now, like drink some regular milk or something like that, oh my god, my body would hate me. So honestly, it adapts to it and it just doesn't want that stuff anymore. I don't even crave it, especially knowing what I know. Of course, like it's just kind of disgusting, but like I don't crave it in any sense. So my friends ask me that all the time, and I'm like, oh, like that sounds good, but it's like my thought process doesn't go anywhere past that. It's like, oh yeah, that sounds good, but like I'd rather have a vegan version of it. But those are probably the two main changes. Along with that, I think I became more compassionate. I know that's just kind of like off the rails, I guess, but like honestly, like taking such a big lifestyle change as a whole, my compassion for the planet and just others around me and everything around me has just become so much stronger. I absolutely love the planet. Everyone does, you know, like it gives us life, but like to look further than that and just like as a whole, like spread like love and positivity to like other human beings here is something that I've noticed. Like I've definitely become a kinder person, and I didn't even like point that out myself. My mom pointed it out to me. She was like, when you would eat meat and stuff like that, like she felt like I was an angrier person. So maybe I was always meant to be vegan, I don't know, but I've definitely become kinder and just like more aware of my actions and how they have repercussions on scales larger than I could ever imagine. And the last point I want to touch on is just looking back now, a year of being vegan. I mean, I said this in the beginning of the video, but honestly, I think it's the best decision I've ever made. You think you can't have that large of an impact being one person. People will tell you that all the time, especially when you first go vegan, that like, oh, that's not going to be that much of a change. But one person can make all the world of a difference, and people don't realize that. Like, I remember I saw some statistic and it was saying like, even if someone just took chicken out of their diet, if they ate it regularly once a week, it would be the same as taking like 50,000 cars off the road. Or how producing 1 pound of meat takes 2,400 gallons of water, and I'm cutting that out entirely. You know, like you just see how much of an impact one piece of meat is having on the environment, or you know, that animal's life. One person can start something and make all the world's of a difference. Like for me going vegan, my mom eats vegan probably like 97% of the time, because she doesn't go out that often, and when she does go out, she doesn't really eat meat like that. And so like from there, my mom started eating more plant-based, and then so did my brothers, because my mom's always the one cooking, and like my friends are more open to trying vegan options and stuff like that. So that's always great, and you just never know the impact you can have from going vegan. So of course, you know, 10 out of 10 recommend to anyone looking into veganism. I'll leave some documentaries down below, or some YouTubers that helped me make the transition, because the more informed you are, the easier the transition will be. Because when I first went vegan, I was pretty well informed, and so it wasn't that hard for me. Like people would ask me like, oh, where are you getting your protein? I still get that question to this day. That's probably the #1 question I get asked when I say I'm vegan, as I'm sure it is for every other vegan. But just knowing your stuff and like showing them like, oh, like I know more about nutrition than you would ever think, probably more than you know, not in like a arrogant way, but just showing like you know what you're doing, and like by making this decision, you're not putting yourself in any harm, because you're getting all your nutrients, you're getting everything you need, and more so probably you're going to extend your life, you know, reduce health problems. And so just get informed. If you're interested in it, get informed, and the more you know, the more you'll probably be leaning towards it. So that's all I wanted to say on my 1-year vegan recap. I can't believe it's been a year. This is mind-blowing to me. I'm so pumped. I'm so pumped, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching and for being just great, amazing, loving people. I love you guys all so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, babes.